Do you want money? Do you want Fortnite? We got both. Come play YouTube. Come YouTube. YouTuber. Make money Fortnite.
So, you want to be a YouTuber? Well, you fucking can't. That's right. You ain't gonna be no PewDiePie. Ain't no Shane Dawson. Gonna be nothing. Absolutely nothing. About my quick, cool start that'll make your YouTube career go from shit to fucking lit, mate. Now you may be wondering, what is step one? First of all, don't choose a shit name. For the love of God, don't make no TTV or some fucking FaZe Clan thing. Just be original. Even if you're gonna go on a random name generator and just keep flicking through until you find a decent one, fucking do it, mate. Because a bad channel name sticks with you for the rest of your life. You know, I would know from certain things like my Instagram meme page, it's not fun, and you get a lot of questions about it in your future if you follow this guide and become epically successful like Amway. Number 2, when it comes to editing, don't do shit editing, and don't do really loads of small shitty clips. Make sure every footage you put out there is as good as it can be, because it will bite you in the arse.
Are you crying, man?
If you come back to it, the editing doesn't have to be fantastic, as you know from this video, but it just has to be something you are proud of. Because when you make something that you just sort of discard and just think, oh yeah, it'll be fine, you'll look back at it in a few years, you might delete it, and it's just a waste of time that doesn't make you feel good. So, you know, putting in the extra hours really does help, and really makes videos stand out and stay good. So do that. Don't do shit videos. Number 3! When you hit 100 subscribers, don't make a big deal about it. I hit 100 subscribers about 2 years ago, and I've gained like 15 subscribers in 2 years. Subscribers aren't the reason why you should be doing YouTube. They should only be there for a motivation to do YouTube. If you are solely doing YouTube because you want loads of subscribers, you're never going to be able to do it. So just basically just keep putting out content regardless of how many people actually watch or are subscribed to you. Asking for subscribers is okay, but don't be worried if they don't stay and watch your videos. What? Number 4, similar to number 3, but a bit different. For your first probably 20 videos you'll ever put out, you will only ever get about 15 views in total. Now, that doesn't matter, but what you should not do is go sub for sub, or comment for comment, or like for like. Even though this might seem like a good idea at first, it really is not, because these subscribers end up unsubscribing after a few hours, a few days, and they never watch your videos. So you've just got dormant subscribers just there that never watch any of your content and don't care about your channel. So it just ends up putting you in a worse off position, and I wouldn't suggest doing it. When doing thumbnails, make sure they're good. Thumbnails are the first thing that everyone sees, and don't do a bad thumbnail. If you just sort of discard a thumbnail like I did in my starter years of YouTube, you won't get as many views, you won't get as much attention, and it just doesn't bring as much things towards you. Thumbnails are the first thing someone sees when looking at a video, or the first thing they'll see recommended, and they make a world of difference. Number 6, don't be lazy with your content. It's okay to take breaks now and again, but if you really want to make a career out of YouTube, you can't just take constant breaks all the time. You have to be dedicated. One video per week is good, but the more videos you put out, the better chance you'll have of someone noticing you or someone recognizing you. It's quite a brutal playing field out here, so every video counts. Every view you get counts a lot more than you would think it would. Number 7. YouTube is an art and it takes a while to develop your own style. But don't be a clown. Don't copy people. If you copy the style of someone, let's say like Jacksepticeye, you're not really going to get anywhere, because people would much rather, as the viewer, see the actual Jacksepticeye over a knockoff version. Creating your own personality and your own touch really helps you create a connection with your viewer and helps keep longer lasting viewership from certain people. Viewers come and go, so keeping viewership is very useful. Number 8. Don't ignore your channel banner, logo, or anything like that. Now, a channel logo and a channel banner is something that when the viewer first checks out your channel to hit that subscribe button, it's the first thing they'll see. And most people will ignore these and just put something random that they maybe got off Google. But putting in the time to create your own or even asking around for your own really helps. When I got my YouTube profile picture made, I basically asked around a bunch of different people on Venture. I got someone to make it for me for a shout out. Maybe if you've got the money, you know, looking on Fiverr or places like that are really useful for getting some banners, some channel art. Basically just enhance that almost professionality, so your YouTube channel comes across as looking a lot more cleaner and nicer. Number 9. When creating a YouTube video and you have a finished product, don't release every single YouTube video at once. When you first start YouTube, you get a very creative urge to do a lot of things in a short amount of time. Now try and resist the urge to just produce a lot of content and release it in a very short period of time. And instead, if you do have an urge to create the content, create a lot of content and keep the backups and release them maybe once every week or 2 times a week. And it really helps if you spread it out that you'll get some sort of constant viewership or even viewership at all. Because at the end of the day, if you put out all your content at once, the chances are you'll burn yourself out, you'll get tired of YouTube, you'll be fed up with it, and you won't want to do any more, and then you won't get anywhere with it. Whereas if you spread it out, you can keep the creative juices flowing, and you can have it as a hobby, like me, and it'll consume a lot of your time. But, you know, some of you, that's alright, like me. And finally, number 10. This is quite a variety, but this is quite a varied one, and it's editing. Now when you're editing your videos, don't put all the content at the end, all the good bits that you think are really funny, don't leave them all to the end. Get a nice snappy intro to get people interested, and get it so you do at least have something rewarding for the viewer, like at each point in the video. They don't have to be all at the same time, they can be at different points, and you can have points of different conversational tones, or whatever, but it's nice for the viewer to have some comedy or some humour or some best bits. They'll keep them going throughout the video, as, you know, watching a newcomer edit with their bad editing and reasonably monotone voice is never the most fun, so getting a bit of humour or getting a bit of best bits spread out throughout is always good. And don't be afraid to re-record some parts if you feel like you have to. It may take up 15 minutes, but it might give you 15 more viewers that will stick around. So it makes a lot of difference in the long run. And yeah, that was today's conclusion on how to start on YouTube. Well, how not to start on YouTube. I hope you enjoyed. And the last 3 was a bit monotone, a bit more monotone, because I haven't really had the time to voice record them. I was even going to delay this video because I haven't had time to voice record them. I managed to squeeze in a few, about an hour where I can do everything, finish it all off. So I hope you all enjoyed. And if you want any more tips, I do have a video on the editing softwares you should use. If not, here's a list here on your phone. It's quite difficult to edit at all, but I used to use iMovie.